Green flag.
Going short track racing here, Mike, and you see right there, the outside prevailed with Eric Almirola, who takes advantage of Ryan Blaney maybe being a little too conservative into that first turn. But now he overdrives the car off of turn 4, and Almirola slips up the racetrack, almost losing the lead.
Austin Dillon may have a flat. He's drifted way toward the back of the field here as we get rolling in Martinsville. Almirola and Blaney. And here is Dillon.
Yeah, he has a pretty big issue. I think you're right, Mike. Looks like a tire issue. That car's all over the track.
He started 22nd. He is now next to last.
I mean, he can barely even keep it on the bottom of the racetrack. So I'll be curious to see if he just tries to ride this out, hoping for a caution or gets to the pit road.
Chase Elliott 9th. Here comes Harvick for 10th. And when you have a car way up on the outside, as Alex Bowman is right now, you can get freight trained, Jeff, just as badly as if you're at Daytona or Talladega.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always about aerodynamics, Mike, but it definitely, right now, we don't know what groove or what. Oh, here's the issue. Oh, boy, we got debris all over the place from that tire that went down on the 3 of Austin Dillon.
Caution flag on lap 5. The paper clip. 2 drag strips, 2 U-turns.
Let's see how Eric Almirola can do as we take the green flag in the inside lane. Mike, the first obvious thing to me is there's just no grip in that outside lane. You look at, here's Kurt Busch to the inside of the 14 of Clint Boyer and just rolls right on by him. I've seen that a lot. Look at how quickly Clint Boyer wants to close the door on Chase Elliott as Chase Elliott pushes the issue and gets to the inside.
So right now we have 11 cars 1 lap behind the leader, and then 4 more 2 laps down.
Mike, I can't tell you how difficult this track as a rookie is. One of the most difficult to learn. When you have 0 practice, you have 0 ability to come and test at this track as the caution is out.
Timmy Hill is stalled in the middle of pit road.
Well, I think there's a huge sigh of relief for many drivers out there because I think this tire wear is still excessive at this stage of the race.
And Corey LaJoie takes off from Bubba Wallace. Wallace on the outside.
Whoa! Boyer takes him 3 wide in the first turn.
Clint Boyer threaded the needle between cars, and we're 3 wide again. Wow.
Yeah, a little bit of contact between the 19 of Truex and Bubba Wallace. And they're pushing and shoving coming to the end of this stage.
Now, there is a commitment box right there at the entrance to pit road. And if you are going to pit like the 43 car, all 4 tires must be to the inside of that. Truex's were not. Neither were Austin Dillon's. He also had that penalty. So it's Logano and Boyer from the front row. And once again, Joey Logano scoots away. Jimmy Johnson up for 3rd.
Starting to see those lights glisten off these paint schemes out there, Mike.
Now the next car on the lead lap is the 19 of Martin Truex ahead. So DiBenedetto might be safe as the free pass position.
And Mike, if I'd have told you this afternoon by the halfway point of the race that 3 Joe Gibbs drivers would be a lap down and the 4th one would be on the verge by the halfway point, you'd have probably went to the bosses and said, Larry Mack can't do the broadcast. I think he's been kicking back on Grandpa's cough medicine today.
Hey, watch this battle between Corey LaJoie in the 32 and the 21 at DiBenedetto. This is for that final spot to stay on the lead lap, or 1 lap down to get the free pass.
Bump, bump, and run. Not going to happen before they get to the line. Jimmy Johnson wins stage 2. Stage 3 is on.
Wow, look at Ryan Blaney on the outside of Jimmy Johnson, going to fight hard to get that clean air and get out front.
Mid-corner, Jimmy's got him. Let's see if Ryan gets that run off the corner. And they're still even right into the next one.
Yeah, Jimmy was aggressive into the center, turns 3 and 4. But down here in 1 and 2, Blaney's got a little bit of an advantage on that outside.
Now, exit of turn 2 is where Blaney might be able to seal the deal.
He's close, but not close enough. Jimmy's not going to let him get this easy. He's going to stick his nose right to that left rear tire. Now Blaney's got the lead. And here comes Joey Logano also.
Team Penske Mustangs 1-2. Blaney, who has not been to victory lane this year, and Joey Logano, who already has 2 trophies.
Well, Mike, I know how good Jimmy Johnson is because I raced with him as a teammate for many years. But guess what? The last time he led more than 60 laps in a race was in 2017 at Bristol, and he won. He's led 70 tonight. He's going to go to victory lane again.
Well, Jeff, I know how good Brad Keselowski is at Martinsville because I've been watching him for the last few years. He came in here with 3 consecutive top 5 finishes, and the last time a driver won back-to-back spring races, Rusty Wallace back in the 90s.
Larry, Joey Logano might have a few enemies on the racetrack, but fortunately none of them are around him right now at Martinsville. He's got his teammates around him. He's sizing them up as we speak. Joey Logano, later tonight, he's going to be your winner.
Caution out for a spin out with Ryan Blaney leading. He has 3 Cup Series victories, but none with new crew chief Todd Gordon. Win number 4, first one of the season tonight for 3rd generation star Blaney. Those are your Credit One Bank ones to watch, and there is why the caution is out. Texas driver David Starr takes a spin at Martinsville Speedway off the bumper of Eric Jones.
Well, I know how that happened. Eric Jones couldn't see where he was going because if you notice, he had some damage. He ran into the back of somebody and knocked that hood up pretty high. So hard to see those cars in front of you when you've got that hood.
Yeah, I saw that. That happened, 150 laps ago. Top 18 cars on the lead lap. Logano with the lead. Keselowski in second. Jimmy Johnson looking on the inside with Chase Elliott high.
Boy, Mike, I'm really anxious to watch Brad Keselowski in that 2 car. I mean, he has driven from so far back and looked to be one of the best cars at the end of that last run. Curious to see what he can do with his teammate Joey Logano here as he's in 2nd place. And look at that, Truex is able to get by Chase Elliott.
Keselowski to the inside. Joey
yeah.
gets squeezed and held up behind Corey LaJoie.
Yeah, that was just a perfect time to make that aggressive move by Brad Keselowski. Gets to the inside of Logano, uses a lap car to pin him, and now here comes Truex.
LaJoie trying to stay the first car 1 lap down, but here are the other lead lap cars. Truex and Logano 2nd and 3rd going by.
Yeah, coming up on those lap cars cost Joey Logano a couple of positions there. Could be more. Can't blame Corey LaJoie. He's got to fight hard. He's had a great night. He's drove a great race, and you can't blame him for fighting hard trying to stay on this lead lap.
Here's number 32, the first car 1 lap down in 18th. Chase Elliott to the inside now. This allowed Keselowski to get away a little bit. 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, I'm really excited to watch this battle up front with Keselowski and Truex because right now they are the 2 best race cars on the track.
Well, Jeff, that was the 2 best race cars in 2019. Those 2 drivers in our 2 races last year led 900 of the 1,000 laps, and of course each won a race.
Well, did you see how quick the 19 car, Martin Truex Jr.'s car, was able to roll through the center. He might not have that entry speed that the 2 car Keselowski does, but boy, does that car get through the center of the corner. And look at him going to go after that lead.
Truex, the New Jersey driver, inside of Michigan's Keselowski for the lead.
Boy, he made that look easy, Mike. That did not take long. Of course, Martin Truex Jr. was able to close up on this battle here with these 2 or 3 drivers because they came into lap traffic. They're battling one another, but then Truex was able to get right by him quickly.
Sunday's winner in Atlanta, Kevin Harvick, in 7th, 7.5 back.
I mean, having kind of a Kevin Harvick Martinsville day. You know, this has never been one of his best racetracks. But yet he's so good, and this team is so good, they're always going to put a solid performance in.
And Matt DiBenedetto for the hometown team, the Wood brothers, who for years and decades raced out of Stewart, Virginia, now down at Concord, North Carolina, getting passed by Ryan Newman, having a solid top 10 run, and the number 6 for Roush Fenway.
Yeah, that's another solid, great run for Ryan Newman.
Newman's teammate Chris Buescher nails down a top 10 spot with 106 laps to go. In 11th, Ryan Blaney, who led 34 laps tonight and has now picked up 7 spots on the restart after a bad pit stop.
Finding out what life is like coming through traffic and having to be aggressive passing all those cars.
Bubba Wallace for 12th, trying to hold off Arizona's Michael McDowell. Chevy versus Ford battle here for 12th.
And that's an important position to Bubba because his best career finish is 13th here at Martinsville.
Turn 2, car in the wall. Quinn Houff, the rookie, running 18 laps down in that brightly painted Chevy. Home race for Quinn Houff, but he brings out caution flag number 7. And we are back under green, minus Austin Dillon, who has been helped from his car. And with the limited number of personnel the teams are allowed to have here at the track, there is apparently no relief driver available. Reed Sorensen is out of the race, so is Timmy Hill, but not sure if they are still here or able to hop aboard the number 3 for Richard Childress Racing.
Well, we question with knocking out that quarter panel or that crush panel early on in this race. I mean, the first lap, whether or not Austin Dillon could make it all the way, hung in there a long time, but it finally got the best of him, and this heat and humidity. Man,
10th place.
Bob, I told you he's going to lay down some qualifying laps, and he's going to lay the bumper to Jimmy Johnson.
Wallace to the insides, might have tickled the curb, slipped up just a little bit there. Eric Almirola slow in turn 2, and he's going to make it off the track. 3 to go.
And I have a feeling Cole Custer was on pit road. I don't know if it was a tire issue or dealing with that battery issue.
Yeah, he has fresh tires.
So he has fresh tires. That's why he's got a lot of speed right now. Yeah, he's got to let these guys race, though. 3 to go.
Out in front of Ryan Blaney by 4.4 seconds, though, is Martin Truex. For Joe Gibbs Racing and Toyota. Around the corner, the white flag waving. 1 lap to go.
Man, look at that car, just still after all these laps, just cut through the corners like that. Impressive run, impressive driving by Martin Truex Jr.
Last fall, he led every stage and got the win. Martin Truex wins Martinsville.
Wow, what a performance. You have a penalty early on in this race. Next thing we know, here is the 19 car taking the lead again. It looked like the fall race all over again. What is it about you, this team in Martinsville?
Yeah, we just, you know, we've been working a long time on trying to figure this place out. And just chipping away at it. You know, the last couple years we've been really strong, and 18 was a heartbreaker going, at the end of the race there, last year to get the win. And then, this year, just hats off to the guys. We started the first run and pushed the right front tire off, and we were terrible. So really good adjustments by the guys. Just want to thank all of them, SiriusXM, Bass Pro, auto owners, everybody that makes this possible, TRD. Congrats to James on his first win. He's doing an awesome job. I'm really proud of him. But it's a big day for us. I want to say hi to all the fans at home. We definitely miss you. This just doesn't feel right, but exciting to win for sure.